Hey guys, up it's Zach. How's everybody doing, man? This is a new thing on my channel that I'm going to be doing called Story Time. I'll probably come up with a better name for that because it sounds like I'm talking to a bunch of children, which hopefully, I mean, maybe I am, maybe I'm not, I don't know. But basically, what Story Time will be, I got to come up with a better name. I can't even bear to say that again. How about story gaming? Okay, that's a lot better for now. So what this is gonna be is basically me playing games and telling a story from my life or something while playing that game. So today's game of choice will be Red Dead Redemption 2 because I just picked it up a couple days ago and I have not, literally have not been able to stop playing it. So yeah, let's see what we got over here. Where am I? Is this that town I wanted to go to? No, it is not. Oh well. So what story am I going to be telling today? I actually just told this one on live stream not too long ago. So this one, as a first one, is kind of personal, but I've already told it before, so I don't feel too awkward telling it anymore. But this is about like my first, I guess, real introduction to relationships. You know, um, so this was the time of, let's see, this would have been about the time of 7th or 8th grade probably. So I would have been 13. Um, and, you know, people nowadays are all like, you know, holy crap, that's so, you know, you're so old by then and stuff. And I'm like, dude, I was 13. What are you talking about? But anyway, um, so yeah, that is how it is though. People be like that. But sorry if this is weird. I'm just looking for trying to figure out where what I'm looking for is. Maybe it's here. So anyway, I'm not gonna mention any names because you know it might get kind of awkward if I do that. So we're just gonna not do that. Um, so anyway, so there's this girl that I knew from school and from church, right? So, guts, what the heck? So, you know, we were talking and everything. That was the first person or the first girl that I'd ever really like talked to. So, I talked to her for probably like a month or so before I ever asked her out, and I don't know, it was kind of weird. I don't need a waypoint. I'm right there. It was kind of weird just because let me think of how to say this. Uh, it was kind of weird, mainly because move jerk. We were both like really awkward people. Like neither of us, if we were standing in person, could hardly like keep a conversation. And I know that's how all great relationships are born, right? But anyway, I better preface the rest of this with this right here. Oh my god, I can't talk. I was a very naive person back then, so let me just go ahead and make that plainly clear. I was very naive. I didn't know much, so in fact, would venture to say I probably knew nothing about relationships. But anyway, so well, what you got in here, bud? So, we had been talking, and it had been. Let's see, we started talking before my birthday, I think. No, it was after my birthday, so I had just turned 13. And her birthday is not even a month after mine. It's like 20 days after mine. So, we started talking after my birthday, but before hers. And I didn't ask her out until like the end of that month, which is July. So, I guess we talked for probably like 3 weeks. Sorry if I ramble on here. I'm just trying to get a time frame set up for myself. So anyway, I don't know. I expect that many people watching this and laughing at this probably understand the feeling that I'm talking about when I talk about this. But when we talked, like, it was literally the best part of my day. Like, if I saw that I had a text message or something from her, like, we were both busy during the day, so, like, we didn't get to just sit there and text all day. But, like, you know, if I looked down and I had a message from her, like, it was the absolute best feeling that you could imagine. And, you know, at night, when, like, we would, like, sit there and talk and FaceTime and stuff like that. Back when FaceTime was still relevant. I'm not saying it's not still, but, you know, I think Skype and Discord kind of took over. Anyway, so, or just regular phone calls. But, yeah, whether we were just texting, and I remember I had 2 different contacts for her. So one was, like, her phone number, which was some gross Galaxy. And then her other one was just her email address for her iPod, and that's how we FaceTimed. So what would happen during the day she'd text me from her phone and stuff, and we would talk that way. And then at night we would, you know, send pictures and stuff back and forth. Not those kind of pictures, just pictures. And she, oh my god, that was not fun, and I cannot believe that just happened. Horsey, no. But, so, oh, I need to go get Horse Revive. That's what I need. I need to go back to those stables that I just passed. I've had to put down 2 horses because I hadn't been able to revive them, and that's not fun. So, that went on for about 3 weeks, right? And then, finally, I asked her out sometime. It was when Love Out Loud was happening. It was that weekend that was starting. Okay, so Love Out Loud. Yeah. All right, so it was like just after her birthday that I asked her out, I guess. Right? Or it must have been before that. I don't know. I'm. Oh my God, Horsey, calm down, buddy. Oh, your stamina. Oh, my bad, dog. My bad, horse. I got you, bro. I got you. But yeah, so, sorry, I keep trying to get a good time frame. But anyway, so just know it was that summer of like 2013 or something. So that year we went, no, that was the next year. Whoops. I asked her out on a Thursday? I think I asked her out like on a Thursday night. Nope, it was a Friday. It was a Friday. I asked her out Friday, and she did say yes. And then that Sunday, she broke up with me. And that was one of those things that it was just like, what? Like, what do you mean? So yeah, that was kind of, but like even back then, like I think everybody knows that like even back then, getting broken up with, even if you've only been dating for like a day or two, like that hurt. Like that was not something to be taken lightly. So, yeah, that was pretty awful. So then, after like a couple of weeks or something, we like kind of just started talking again as friends and everything. And then, like a month later, she kept hinting. She hinted pretty strongly to me that she was single. So, finally, like on a Sunday morning or something, I asked her out, and that dude has a guitar. I want his guitar. Come back. Give me your guitar. Ow! Give me the guitar. Give. All I want is the guitar. Oh, alright, buddy. You want to do this? You really want to do this? Get up. Alright. Don't say words like that. That's not nice. But you're dead. Anyway, so I can't take his guitar actually, can I? Man. Alright, well, anyway, so I asked her out again that Sunday morning. And this was the Sunday this was the week that our church was doing revival, so we had a guest preacher that day. And that night, was it? It was weird. It was something like I think we sat together, and as the preacher was talking about this dude, he and this girl when he was young, like sitting in church and holding hands together, we started holding hands, and I was like, holy crap, you know. So I was coming back here for the stables, darn it. Oh my gosh, I'm so tired of tipping this horse. Oh, that guy didn't have a good time of it either. But anyway, so what happened next? So we started going out that Sunday morning, and that Sunday night was the holding hands. And I believe the next morning, she broke up with me again. And that to me was like, alright, that's it. That's pretty much it with me. You know, I don't care if you want to stay friends, but this is not happening again. This was like the month of probably September. Did that happen, like early September? Well, as time went on, around the time of November, around the time of Thanksgiving, like the week before Thanksgiving, I remember we started talking again, like pretty heavy. And stables! Ugh! I can't do two things at once, I'm sorry. Let me just go and get that wanted out of the way first. That's what I was doing. Never mind, I knew what I was doing, I promise. I didn't get confused. But anyways, so around the time of Thanksgiving we started talking. The week before Thanksgiving is when it was. I remember very specifically. Because I remember she wanted me to come to her. She played basketball, so she wanted me to come to one of her games that was at home. So I went, and let's see. I got her food, which, you know, if you didn't know, food is always the way to a woman's heart. Just FYI, keep that in mind. But yeah, I got her food because her parents hadn't given her money to get food or something. Something weird like that. Yeah. Oh, don't fall. No. Jump, horsey. Horse. You can do it, horse. Jump. Oh, you're worthless. This horse is worthless. Anyway, so the week before Thanksgiving, we had our Thanksgiving dinner at our church, and as is per usual, you know, that was when she said that she wanted to talk to me for a while before we actually started dating again to make sure this time. Well, we did that. We did that for a week, the week before Thanksgiving. And then that Sunday before Thanksgiving, what the heck? What did I do now? Bounty. Oh boy, time to leave. Right, so we had our Thanksgiving dinner, and I still have all the pictures that we took that night. We took like so many pictures of ourselves, and I still have all of them, dude. They're still in my iCloud saved. Just, you know, sentimental stuff and whatnot. But that night we made it official that we were going out again. Well, so that was Sunday. We actually made it for like 2 weeks that time. We actually ate Thanksgiving together. We did regular Thanksgiving at our own families on Thursday, and then on Friday we had Thanksgiving together at my grandparents' house. She came over and we had Thanksgiving and all that, and then we dropped her back off at her house later because this was before driving was even possible for us. So it's not like we could go out all the time anyway. But anyway, let's not fall off that cliff. So we made it for a couple of weeks, and then she broke up with me. Oh! And the reason this time, the first two reasons were just because, I don't know, I never really got straight reasons. The first time it was just like, I don't really want to date right now. And the second time was, my mom said I don't need to date right now, which was a lie. And I should have known that was a lie, but you know. Anyway, so, are we good now? Can I go back? Okay. I better eat now, because I have no food, or I have no health. That's not what I'm trying to do. Yeah, that was, I'm trying to remember when we broke up. So I guess it would have been around the time that, school was getting ready to let out for Christmas, because Um, yeah, that's what it was. So, because I'd already gotten her a gift for Christmas. So that sucked. But hopefully all the stories won't be like me trying to remember stuff constantly. Hopefully I'll have a good idea. But, you know, this is the first, and the first is never that great. So anyway, please don't fall. Yeah, so, why can't I remember? I'm kind of losing my mind here. Oh, okay, I remember. So what it was that time was she couldn't get over somebody else that she'd been dating who was dating one of my friends. Actually, no, it was two of my friends that were dating, and she dated one of them, and she couldn't get over the fact that she was dating one of her friends. He was dating one of her friends. That's what it was. So she was kind of jealous, basically. So at the same time that was happening, she and my friend actually ended up getting back together or something. And at the same time that happened was when my grandfather was in the hospital, and he actually passed away that year at that time. So yeah, he passed away December 13th. Anniversary's coming up, actually, a couple days. But yeah, that was pretty rough, man. And I remember the day I was going to the hospital, which was happened to be the day before he passed. She like sent me this really long book of a text message. It was like we never dated or anything. Like, how can you sit there and say we dated when we never did? And I'm like, and I really wanted to call her freaking nuts, but I was just like, you know what? I really don't have time for your nonsense right now. You are crazy, and I don't have time for your nonsense. My grandfather's in the hospital. Neither you nor your boyfriend have sent me any condolences. No, you hadn't asked about me or anything. You hadn't checked up on me. You know, my grandfather's in the hospital, and you don't care. So, I really don't want to talk to you or about you or even think about you right now. And that shut her up. Well, so we didn't talk for like... Wow, this is cool. I like this mountain. I would like it more if this horse stopped, because I have had my hand off the control stick for like a good 45 seconds. But anyway, so we didn't talk all the way up until Christmas, which I sent her a little Merry Christmas thing. I sent all my friends one. I sent her one, and that kind of opened the door for us to kind of just start talking a little bit again. She told me that she'd gotten GTA 4 for Christmas, and I told her that I'd gotten GTA 5, and it was pretty funny. And she was like, oh, okay. I was just like, yeah. So, hold up, what was that? Was there something up here? No, I'm just crazy. Never mind. Alright, so... we talked for a long time. We stayed friends for a long time. Ow. And when, oh, come on, horsey, you can do it, buddy. So we talked all the way through probably like April or something, just being friends, and then she sent me a thing one night that was like, I kind of miss when we went out and all that. I'll never forget this, because I sent her a thing that said, but I thought, oh my god, I freaking died. How could I do this? How could this happen to me? But I sent her a thing that was like, I thought we never dated. What happened to that? And she was like, I had to say that for all this. And I was like, no, you didn't. No, you didn't. No, you didn't. And we just kind of dropped it and all that. And then a couple weeks later, this was like at the end of May or something, because it was Memorial Day. We started talking again, and this time I told her, I was like, I need you to prove to me that this is really what you want. So basically, the thing that she'd made me do the last time, I made her do. I was like, you know, you gotta prove to me that this is really what you want this time. And she was like, okay, I'll do it. So we talked for like a week, and then that horse is dead. I don't think that horse is getting up. Oh boy. Well, I didn't want to have to do this on camera, but I can't sit here and let my horse suffer. I can't do it. I'll walk from here. I'll go get a horse elixir. I'll come back. So, at this point, we're looking at like a week that we talked, and then eventually we started going out again. And this, like I said, was at the end of May. Yeah. We dated all that summer, all the way to like the end of the summer. And I don't know exactly what happened at the end of the summer, because something happened and she very much didn't like it. And it wasn't anything bad or anything. She didn't like it. And we broke up. So I made her uncomfortable somehow. I remember that, but I don't remember like what I did, because I didn't. At that point, I was like I still am, but like at that point, I was a hardcore like super Christian. Like I didn't say anything that, you know, could be taken wrong. You know, I tried my best not to be, I tried really hard to be like as good as I could. So anyway, you know I didn't say anything that was, you know, bad or inappropriate. But anyway, something I said apparently made her uncomfortable, and we broke up, and that was the final time. That was it for me. Like, we stopped talking, and like I was mad, and I was even more mad because we broke up like right before her birthday, and I had gotten her like something that I knew she loved for her birthday, and it just really bugged me that she, like, it really made, not bug is a bad word, or the wrong word. It really freaking irritated me that she broke up with me like that, because you know, I felt that I didn't really deserve that. Like, but it was what it was, you know. And as time went on, you know, we grew apart and all that. There was one time in high school, in our ninth grade year, we had art together, and we sat pretty close to each other, because, you know, that wasn't awkward. And so yeah, we sat next to each other, or close to each other, not next to. And like close to the end of the year that year, so this has been almost, you know, a full year later, we were doing our first international mission trip as students. And I wasn't going because I didn't want to. It wasn't because I didn't want to, but certain people didn't want to pay for me to go. Well, they'll remain nameless. And so I didn't go. She went, and it was in Guatemala, right? It was in Guatemala? Yeah, it was in Guatemala. And so she spent 9 days in Guatemala. And the week before she left, she started talking to me about, you know, missing me and all that, you know, as they do. And she basically said that she thinks she might want to give it another try. Well, this was ninth grade. I was in high school, and I was particularly lonely, so I was like, yeah, I think we should. And then she was like, but I want to wait until after I get back from Guatemala. I was like, all right, well, that makes sense. Let's see here. How much is a revive? Ooh, that's expensive. All right. Let me go back to the horsey now. Well, in Guatemala, she couldn't text because she had no service, so she couldn't get or receive text messages. And so I remember I did this thing where, like, every time I wanted to text her, instead of going and texting her, I went and put it in, like, a little note document on my phone. And I, like, saved them all up, and then when she got back, like, I told her about it, and then I sent them to her. Actually, I don't know if I ever did send them to her, because I think I was going to wait until we were actually dating, because otherwise some of those texts might have been a little weird. But so, you know, we started talking again when she got back, and, like, she had a complete change of heart while she was over there, so that was something, you know. I'll never forget that, too, because I was just like, are you freaking kidding me right now? Sorry about that. Yeah, I'll never forget that. Because that one was just like, are you kidding me? Like, I looked forward to this all week. So now, this kind of branches off into another story, actually, that I'll tell, because this was pretty quick. So, earlier that... Oh, okay, hang on. I got to mention something real quick. So, that trip was during spring break, so it was like March or April. So earlier that February, we had this thing at our church called D Now, which is Disciple Now, and it's where all the students go away for the weekend, and we stay at different homes. So all the guys from different grades stay in a different house, and all the girls, you know, respectively do the same. Just we're all in different houses. So this was the first time my best friend had gone. So it was, and my current best friend, which many of you know, but I will not say names. You know, we were all in a cabin together. Not a cabin. Yeah, it was a cabin, I guess. So we had, let's see. So that Friday was when it started, and it ended on Sunday. So that Friday we had 10... No, that's not right. Yeah, probably about 10 people in the cabin with us. It was like all 9th and 10th graders, or all 8th and 9th grade or something. 9th and 10th, that's what it was. Where's the horse? Where did the horse leave? Where did I leave the horse? Oh, just back across the stream. Okay, so there's this other girl that ended up making an impression on both me and my friend. Not my best friend, but my current best friend. I know this is confusing, but I don't want to say names because reasons. Hey, wait, horsey, I got you revived, buddy. I paid $10 for this, so you better freaking live. I got you, buddy. Yeah. Come here. Oh, no, don't do that. So, she had made a very quick impression, or a very big impression, very quick on both me and my friend. And she was, her name, well, I'm not going to say her name either, but, long story short, yeah, she was a little bit nuts. But yeah, me and my friend ended up both liking her, and if you know me versus this other guy, like, we're like two completely different looking people. Like, I'm pretty funny looking, but he is like the pretty boy, you know? So yeah, it was pretty evident the way that was gonna go, but there's a red dot on my map. I thought there was an enemy over there. But yeah, so, oh, I gotta eat something too. Good. Alright, well, so there was probably like, about 2 weeks probably before anything actually happened with them. And in that time, I kind of thought I had a chance with her. I don't know why, because it was very evident that I didn't. But I remember, like, we were all three sitting together in church one night, and I look over and they're holding hands, and that was pretty much it for me. I was like, oh, screw that nonsense, dude. So, like, I got up and left. Like, I was like, dude, screw that. Um, so, yeah, that was a thing. And around the time that I was actually talking about when me and the first one were talking about going, getting back together before she left, she and my friend had broken up. And before we started talking about getting back together, I asked her out. And I didn't know this until actually pretty recently, but first of all, she turned me down pretty hardcore. She didn't just say no. She said no, like, in a really mean way. So if anybody ever tells you the worst they can say is no, that's a lie. But anyway, so I got a text from my friend about a minute and a half later that was like, "You're dead," and I was like, "No, I kind of doubt it." Like, I literally was just a huge smart mouth about it, and he was like, and I actually made him feel bad for saying that stuff. But yeah, oh my gosh. Horsey, stop that. Stop throwing me off. Stop that. Yeah, so, didn't go well, but I didn't know this until actually pretty recently, but actually the reason that they both got so worked up over that is because they were still together and they just didn't tell anybody, which, I mean, even to this day, I still say that that's their fault. Like, you said you broke up, so why would I assume you're still together? So you can call me a scumbag for that, but you know what? I don't really care. Because the way I saw it, I knew some of the stuff that he'd done, and I was like, well, if you're going to call me a scumbag, But anyway, that pretty much wraps up my my romantic life. I did have a little girlfriend for a while, but it was a long distance thing because I had met her one time when I went to Texas. I had met her there, and she lived there, and I don't. So we agreed to like start going out, and now that I look back on it, she's pretty nuts too. But yeah, we just kind of stopped talking. So I guess technically we're probably still together, but yeah, I hadn't talked to her in like a year, so I don't really consider that one anything though. So yeah, that pretty much ends this. I hope you enjoyed me riding around on this horse for 30 minutes because I was hoping to try to find some action, do something, but didn't really happen. Died a couple times, saved my horse from dying. That's about it. Yeah, hopefully we'll be able to get more stories like this though, because I did enjoy this. I enjoy talking about stuff from my past, even if it was stuff like this, which is kind of like, ew, you really wanted to talk about that? Yeah, I did. But anyway, I will see you guys in the next parts, which will probably be Arkham Asylum, because, me and my editing, I take forever to edit something and upload it. But anyway, I will see you guys next time. Peace out. Later. Say goodbye, horsey. Nay.